and chief political correspondent Dana Bash. Dana, what are you hearing? What should we expect to hear from the Republican nominee?
Well, those who have been paying attention to what Donald Trump has been saying for the last 13 months will certainly hear familiar themes, according to some sources I've been talking to who are familiar with the process. And they say don't expect him to pivot off of what he has been saying over and over again, but perhaps it will be delivered, or at least will be written in a much more organized, structured, linear way. Build a wall, talk about illegal immigration, trade deals are done all wrong, China is beating us, crooked Hillary. Those are the kinds of things that you are absolutely going to hear. And, you know, that the theory is that Trump has been actually pretty consistent for the past 13 months since he first announced on June 16th, 2015, about those broad themes. He certainly has kind of veered in and out of different specific issues based on the news, but those have been the core structures of what his message has been, and he's going to continue that. Just quickly on the color, I'm told that he had his first real practice run this past Sunday, and that his children, especially his son-in-law Jared Kushner, has been heavily involved in writing it.
And Dana, at times on television, the convention floor might have appeared to viewers as chaotic among the delegates, but you say you're struck by the support on the floor for Donald Trump. You're there every night.
I really am. I have to say, it really kind of crystallized last night when I was standing in the Texas delegation. Ted Cruz's home state, the people who had been working tirelessly for him for years and years and years, saying, you know what, it's time for him to move on. Even we support Donald Trump. And I heard that really across the board. People who are reluctant, but saying, you know what, the time has come, we got to get behind our nominee. More than I actually anticipated coming in. Having said that, Jake, this is a self-selecting crowd. You know a lot of people, I know a lot of people who are diehard Republicans who didn't even show up. They didn't want to come because they didn't think they could get to that place. But for the people, the activists, the grassroots, the party chairmen who are here, they're more behind him than I had anticipated.
Interesting. Dana Bash, thank you so much. Tonight's theme is Make America One Again. Ted Cruz sure was not about unity last night, though. Let's go live to CNN's Jim Acosta. He's on the convention floor. Jim, Trump now has some ground to make up, I think, in terms of the narrative of the convention, especially after that speech last night and this morning by Mr. Cruz.
That's right, Jake. It was like a Trump rally broke out at the Republican convention last night when all of those people were yelling at Ted Cruz to get off the stage. We were watching all of it and was just kind of amazed to see something like that unfold at a Republican convention. I can tell you from talking to people inside the Trump campaign and from what we've been hearing all day long from people like Paul Manafort, they just feel that Ted Cruz had the opportunity to help unify this Republican Party. It is somewhat broken, and that he just flat out broke that pledge that all of the candidates signed at the beginning of this primary process to support the eventual nominee. And so there's no love lost there. But I can tell you from talking to convention sources, they feel like they just got the short end of the deal because they gave Ted Cruz an extra 8 minutes. He was supposed